Hey, what's up, everybody? So, my latest adventure is to get into Eurorack. If you've been to my website, you've seen, I've done a lot with software since, and I've been designing patches for a while. So, the next, I guess, step for me was to get into modular synthesis, and I discovered Eurorack. I guess I'm late to the game, and 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 so I've kind of become now an addict, I guess. So I'm in the early stages of learning how to do this. So I just kind of been experimenting, and I decided to make this video. It's really more for me than it is for you. I just kind of did an experiment with patching. The sound I created isn't interesting at all. It's just me trying to patch some things together to create something. So I thought I would take the time to explain how this is patched, and again, I'm trying to do this more for me than for you. So when I first started into the world of modular and Eurorack, I started with this semi-modular Pittsburgh modular Lifeforms SV1B, just as a first step, just to kind of ease into this world of modular synthesis, and then from there I've started to build out this rack. I don't have a lot of modules right now, but it's kind of slowly coming together. So what I have going on right now is I'm using some of the waveforms coming out of the Lifeforms SV1. I have a sine wave, which is just kind of this low sound here, and it's just using an LFO that's modulate that's going into maths here, and I'm kind of using maths as an envelope, and we're coming out of maths going into the quad VCA, and so all it's just doing is creating a simple pulse, and then there's a what is this, a triangle, a saw. And all this is doing is at the end of the cycle of what I have going on here in maths, that is actually going into a multiple here, and one of the things that it's doing is it's being routed into this second input here on the quad VCA, and the saw wave is, so that's basically kind of acting as an envelope for the saw wave, but it's at the end of the cycle of the first pulse, so you hear it just slightly after the sine wave, and then as well. The reason why I have this going into a multiple is that it's then going back into maths, and then it's triggering another envelope, and that envelope is going into the third input here on the quad VCA, and that is that's actually being an envelope for this Laquelic iteratus, I think that's how you pronounce it, oscillator. And so I have that envelope just kind of a short rise and a quick fall. Just again, this is just kind of experimenting with maths. I mean, I've kind of played around with it some. Turn it up here. I forgot to turn it up. So this is the Aquelic Iterative. So I had it originally just kind of set as a quick blip, but I've kind of just played around with different rise and fall settings just to kind of create slightly different feel. But right now I just kind of pretty much have it just doing a little blip at the end. And so all of those are going into this quad VCA, and then we're coming out of the quad VCA into this mixer. I have, in this case, I have the mixer coming after the quad VCA, and then I'm kind of mixing them all together, and then coming out of this mixer, going right into the output module on this Lifeforms SV1, and that's going into my audio interface. So I also have this sample and hold. This is just, again, me kind of experimenting with sample and hold. So the way that it's set up here in the Lifeforms SV1B is the clock is normal to this input here, and so it also comes with a noise oscillator, and that's normal to this input here. So what I'm doing here is I'm using, so for the pulse, I'm just kind of using this LFO here, which isn't synced to anything. It's just, I could turn it up, turn it down. It's just this knob here. But for the sample and hold, I'm actually using the clock from my DAW. So that's kind of off screen to the left here. I have my DAW running right now, and this is, again, just for the heck of it. I'm running the sample and hold into the morph CV input on the iteratives, and so that the little blip, I'll turn it up a little bit. I'm using sample and hold to just kind of alter basically kind of randomly alter the sound of that little blip. Yeah, so again, this is just an experiment in patching and just kind of making sure I understand some concepts. So I've been watching a lot of DivKid videos and asking. I have several colleagues of mine who are into the Eurorack game, but asking a lot of questions and just trying to get up to speed. So I just thought this would be an interesting intro level video for those who might be looking to get into Eurorack. It's definitely, it takes a while to get your head around how all this works, especially if you're coming from, the software synth or, prepackaged synth, because a lot of it is done for you. But there you have it. That's all I wanted to share.